what could be in here. YouTube, what's going on? Welcome back to Protect and Prep Network. Feel like I'm gonna take that network part off and just cut it down to Protect and Prep. But anyway, here with an unboxing, and also I'm gonna show you my Smith and Wesson collection so far, and stay tuned to the end, and I'm gonna tell you everything you need to know about this giveaway. So YouTube, anybody know me know that I love Smith and Wesson, and I guess because that was my first gun I ever purchased, was the M&P Shield. First revolver I ever shot was a 38 revolver, Smith and Wesson. So I just love Smith and Wesson as far as the handguns go. So the caliber that I also love was not gonna say love, but I like, is the 40 caliber. And I know it's not the most popular caliber like it was even 10 years ago, but just for that you can find 40s in the stores or online, law enforcement trade in for a very, very low price. You seen the box at the beginning of this video, and I was able a few weeks ago, I was dropping off my 300 Blackout to get some work done on it, and I was just looking around while I was waiting on them to come and see what I needed at the gun shop. And I think they did it on purpose because they know that I'm liable to get something or be interested in getting something, maybe not that day, but coming back and getting it. And I just so happened was looking around, and I went to the used gun section, and I was just looking, and they had a bunch of SIGs, 320s in the case, and then they had a bunch of they had a few Glocks. I'm not gonna say a bunch of Glocks. They had a few Glocks, and then they had a couple 1911s, and then they had like two M&Ps down there in the case at the bottom of the case. So the guy behind the counter, he was like, "Which one do you want to see?" And one was a full size 2.0 and 9mm, which I already had, and the other one I thought was a compact M&P, but when he pulled it out, it was a full size, the one that I got, but it was the 1.0 version, the first generation of M&P. So, like I said, that's what's in here. So I'm gonna do somewhat of unboxing with y'all, but not much, because I mean, basically, it's just your regular stuff that comes with it. But came with the wax paper that it originally came with. Came with 2 back straps. Came with 3 magazines. 3 15-round magazines. Came with the lock, and it came with that hard case. And here's the firearm. Magazine's empty. Nothing in it. Nothing in the chamber. So I was like, let me go and put that in the layaway at the time, and I'll just be back in about a week and pick it up. And I didn't go back up there the next week. I forgot what happened, but I didn't get to go back up there. And this week, I went up there. I went on and got it. Now, this is M&P 40. If you can see it. It's in very, very good shape. It got night sights on there. They need to be replaced. I mean, you can see them somewhat, but nothing spectacular. It's not ops ready. I guess I could excuse me. I guess I could send it off and get it milled, but I'm not worried about that. So basically, this is the same frame as the 2.0, but it's not as aggressive, which I really like. Because when I show you my 2.0, you'll see I got some tape around it because it's a little too aggressive, and I don't have a problem with shooting a 40. I'm not really for sure. I need to get it to the range and just put some shots down range with it. But I'm not for sure if this is probably something more like my winter carry on them cold winter nights, you know. Take this out with me. A little bit heavier, a little more firepower. But this is the M&P 40 1.0. Got the hinge trigger on there, which I've never had a problem with this trigger. Would I like a new trigger on there? Yeah, but I'm not going to put a lot of money behind this, you know, unless it breaks or not functioning right. But this is 40 Smith & Wesson, and I think the next Smith & Wesson I get is going to be either the 10 mil compact M&P 2.0 or just a compact 9 millimeter M&P 2.0. But the one thing I don't like about this, it got a mag disconnect where it can't fire if there's no magazine loaded inside there. So if the mag drops out but it's a bullet in there, it still won't fire. You know, that's all you're gonna get. But with a magazine in there, see, I didn't rack it or nothing, and then you hear it go off. But that's my new pickup right here, M&P 1.0 40. You can get 40 and not necessarily M&P, but a lot of these places, and this is used, if I didn't mention that, and I did do a video on if I did start back over, I would do all used firearms, especially right now. Plenty of Glocks are out there in the used market. Plenty of Smith & Wessons and plenty of SIGs are out there in the used market. even though you can get the firearms at a reasonable price, that ammo is not going down whatsoever. So just be aware of that if you do end up getting your hands on a 40 and it's at a good price. But remember, ammo is not that cheap as it would be a 9mm, even though a 9mm might be higher than that 40. But what I would tell people, if they're going to go the use route, just make sure you are checking and asking questions. What I do, I make sure that they have fired at least a magazine through that firearm if it's a trade in, because I've bought a few trade ins, and I'm just thankful that I haven't never got like a dud. So just the most I have done, well, I do this to all my guns, but especially trade ins. I break them down once I get to the house and scrub every inch of that gun, and then I clean. I mean, not clean it, but I oil it up, which me scrubbing it down is the cleaning part. But before I put it back together, I make sure I put oil on all the metal parts of the gun, and just make sure it's functioning right. So yeah, that's the new member of my Smith & Wesson family M&P series. And if you've been following my channel for a while and seeing a lot of my videos, or a few of my videos, this gun right here, M&P 2.0, I want to do this. This one's chambered in 9mm. I want to use this for competition, which right now, really not for sure, because the place I want to do competition at, they're not doing it right now. So I gotta wait and see if they're ever gonna do it, and that's the closest place, which is still like 45 to 50 minutes away from where I actually live at. But this is the M&P 2.0 full size 9mm. Got the suppressor height sights. They're not glow in the dark, but it did come with suppressor height sights, back sights. No magazine. It's clear. And this is what I was talking about, the rubber tape, the tape that I put on the grip, because this texture is a lot rougher than the 1.0, which, a lot of people like it. It is good once your hands start sweating, but for this to be on your skin and you carrying it around concealed, or even if you carry it, even if you're doing it outside the waist carry, the texture right here is very irritating. Well, to me it is, and it's probably to other people very irritating, because it's so aggressive. So I put some tape around there, so it just feels a little better. And I can't complain about that. But I also got the, I think this is a red dot on top of it. It's a weight shake red. No, it's not. Oh, no, it's not. I think I changed the red dot on here. Yeah, this is a green dot that's on here now. I took that red dot off. I see it. Somewhat. Yeah, I took the red dot off and I put it on another firearm. But I was thinking that this gun was heavier than the 1.0 version, but I can't really tell. Like right now, it feels lighter, and maybe it's just because I had a full magazine in it when I was comparing it yesterday, and the other one it had a magazine in it, but it didn't have no ammunition in the magazine. But yeah, this is my other M&P, and now for the ride or die. Everybody should know what this is. I've been rocking with this from day one. I've had pretty much every version um, that have came out. So I haven't got the latest one, and I don't know if I am going to get the latest one because everybody is telling me that I should go on and upgrade to the new one. I was like, I don't see a problem with what I got right now because they were telling me because they got a real light on there to put a light on there, and I don't normally run a light on my EDCs. As far as a weapon light, I don't run that on my EDCs. But anyway, here go the Shield Plus comp. You see the ports, comp, cut up top. I would like to get a, but I believe they don't make one, which is fine. And I do understand why. But threaded barrel for this, but I haven't seen one. I've seen it for the regular M&P shield, but I haven't seen it for this. This basically is the size of a Glock 19, just to be compared to, but it's very, very skinny. Very skinny. Probably might be skinnier than the Glock 43X. A lot of people don't like it because they say they feel like they can't get a grip on there, which right now I don't got a magazine for it, and it's empty. But I don't got a magazine right now, but I usually run the 10-round magazine because I like the 10-round magazine. This is my carry, or one of my carries, so it is some ammo in here. But the 10-round, it kind of fit flush with the little ledge or whatever at the back. And then you got a 13 and 15 round, and they'll take care of your pinky if you run a 13 or a 15 round magazine in this. I got the O-Sight SE, the red dot on here. It got the shake and wake. It's not I like this O-Sight. I mean, I know when it first came out, a lot of people was complaining about it, saying it wasn't durable or whatever, but I haven't had one problem with it. The only problem I had with it is I don't like the way the weight shake feature is. Because when I first used it, I was expecting when I raised it up to see the red dot, but I didn't see it. I ended up having to manually cut the red dot on. And the instructions tell you to hold, I think, both buttons at the same time and wait till it blinks 3 times and let it go, and then wake and shake mode. I don't know. But so I just usually just manually cut it on. But today, or the last couple times I've used it, I know I haven't used I haven't turned the red dot on, but then when I aim and look, is on, so maybe the Wake and Shake is working on here. But they said it was the battery life on this thing sucks and all that. But I know I've had this thing over it. I know I've had the Optic over a year, and I haven't had to change the battery in it yet. So yeah, so this is one of my everyday carries too. So, well, this is actually my main everyday carry for the last few years. The M&P Shield Plus have been my everyday carry. So, yeah, that is my Smith and Wesson little family I got so far. Maybe if I find a good deal, I'll run across a used compact, which I doubt I ever will. I might get that. If not, I just have to wait and spend that money on a brand new firearm, compact M&P. So if you stayed this far, here's the giveaway. The knife. Very nice knife. Got some good weight on it. See that edge on that knife? Comes with a little rope at the end. Metal right here. Comes with a clip and the screws to put on. You put your clip on right here. Put your clip on right here. This is what you're getting. Now again, all I ask is that you be over the age of 18 and you are subscribed to my channel and you live inside the United States. That's all. Be on the lookout for the video for the giveaway. Y'all take care. Like, subscribe, tell your friends about the giveaway, and catch me next time.